9 things that are a complete waste of your money in old age. As we grow older, our priorities naturally shift. Life's experiences teach us that it is not about accumulating more, but about making the most of what we already have. Financial wisdom becomes especially crucial in our later years, when living on a fixed income or relying on retirement savings requires thoughtful planning and careful decision-making. In this discussion, I will outline 9 things that are a complete waste of your money in old age, and I will offer practical alternatives that can help ensure your financial stability and peace of mind. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Expensive brand name clothing. As we enter the later chapters of life, it becomes increasingly apparent that what truly matters is not the way we appear to others, but rather how we feel about ourselves. The temptation to purchase expensive brand name clothing often arises from a desire to keep up appearances or conform to societal expectations. However, these flashy labels rarely bring the fulfillment we ultimately seek. Although they might garner temporary admiration, one must ask, at what cost? Every dollar spent on a designer outfit is a dollar that could have been used for something far more meaningful: a gift for a grandchild, a donation to a charity or cause you hold dear, or even a modest dinner shared with a cherished friend. It is these moments of genuine connection and shared experience, not the fleeting satisfaction of wearing a high-priced label, that create lasting memories, warm our hearts, and enrich our lives. Moreover, as our bodies change with age, comfort becomes a paramount concern. After all, what good is an expensive pair of shoes if they pinch and cause pain throughout the day? By investing in practical, well-made clothing that feels comfortable and suits your style, you demonstrate a deep respect for your own well-being over the judgment of others. This approach not only preserves financial resources, but also sets an example for younger generations. Life is not about impressing others with the cost of what you wear, but about living authentically and prioritizing your own comfort and dignity. In the end, expensive brand name clothing is a hollow investment that offers only transient gratification at best, often coming at the expense of your long-term financial security. By choosing classic, durable, and affordable options instead, you allow yourself to focus on the aspects of life that truly matter: your health, your relationships, and those simple joys that cannot be bought with money. Remember that the legacy you leave behind will not be measured by the labels in your closet, but by the love, wisdom, and kindness you have shared with others along the way. 2. Upgrading to the latest technology. In a world where new gadgets and devices are released almost every year, it is easy to feel compelled to keep up with the latest technology. Companies relentlessly market these upgrades as essential improvements that will revolutionize your life. However, upon reflection, it often becomes evident that these promises are more about selling products than solving real problems for many older adults. The technology you already possess is frequently more than sufficient for staying connected with loved ones, browsing the internet, or enjoying entertainment such as movies and books. The incremental improvements in newer models rarely justify the exorbitant prices charged. Spending thousands of dollars on the newest gadget, only to use it in the same way as the previous version, can leave you feeling empty and disappointed, especially when those funds could be allocated toward experiences or necessities that bring lasting fulfillment. Moreover, the process of constantly upgrading technology comes with hidden costs, not merely financial, but also emotional. Learning to navigate a new device can be stressful and time-consuming, often resulting in frustration rather than genuine joy. Embracing simplicity can be a great source of peace in our golden years. Sometimes, holding on to a familiar, reliable device is the wiser choice. Technology is meant to serve us as a tool, not to dictate our lives. And rather than chasing after the next big thing, it is important to ask whether the device you have now truly meets your needs. More often than not, the answer lies not in upgrading, but in appreciating what already works well for you. By doing so, you reclaim control over your resources and free up your energy to focus on the activities and relationships that truly enrich your life. 3. Credit card interest. Credit cards can be an attractive financial tool, offering flexibility and rewards. Yet for many, they can turn into a silent thief, gradually siphoning away hard-earned money through interest payments. In old age, when every dollar counts, these unnecessary expenses can become a heavy burden that undermines your financial stability. The problem with credit card interest is its compounding nature. When you carry a balance, interest accumulates on top of the existing interest, creating a vicious cycle that becomes increasingly difficult to break. What begins as a small purchase can over time balloon into a debt that drains your savings and limits your ability to enjoy life's pleasures. For older adults, this might mean having to forego essential expenditures such as healthcare, home maintenance, or even the occasional treat that could brighten your day. It is disheartening to consider that money, which could have been used for meaningful purposes, is instead lost to something as avoidable as credit card interest. Breaking free from this cycle requires discipline and a shift in mindset. One should prioritize paying off the balance in full each month to avoid interest altogether. If you are already carrying a balance, focus on reducing it as swiftly as possible by targeting the card with the highest interest rate first. Seeking guidance from a financial advisor or a credit counselor if necessary can provide personalized strategies that are tailored to your situation. At this stage of life, financial freedom is not a luxury, it is an absolute necessity. By eliminating the drain of credit card interest, you gain more control over your money and in turn more control over your peace of mind. This prudent choice empowers you to allocate your limited resources to the things that truly matter: your health, your home, and the people you hold dear. 4. Use subscriptions. Subscriptions often sneak into our lives almost imperceptibly, frequently beginning with a free trial or a casual recommendation from a friend. Over time, these subscriptions can become a silent drain on your finances, extracting small amounts of money from your account every month without you even noticing. For older adults who manage fixed incomes, these recurring charges can quickly accumulate, sometimes amounting to hundreds of dollars per year, funds that could be better directed toward more meaningful activities or saved for future needs. It is not just the money that is lost. It is also the opportunity cost of investing those funds in experiences or essentials that could enhance your quality of life. Every subscription represents a choice made at some point, perhaps in an attempt to explore a new hobby or to enjoy entertainment, but if that service no longer adds value to your life, it is wise to let it go. There is no shame in reassessing your commitments and canceling those subscriptions that no longer serve you. In fact, doing so can bring a sense of clarity and relief as you regain control over your spending habits. Take a moment to review all your recurring payments, whether they are for streaming services, magazine subscriptions, or even gym memberships, and ask yourself if they truly contribute to your happiness. Cancel those that do not and consider free or low-cost alternatives instead. This simple act of financial housekeeping not only frees up money, but also reinforces the idea that every dollar saved is an opportunity to invest in experiences, relationships, or necessities that offer genuine value in your life. 5. Lottery tickets. The allure of the lottery is undeniable. It promises the dream of instant wealth, a possibility of a life transformed overnight. Many hold on to this fantasy, imagining that a single winning ticket could eliminate all financial worries and open the door to endless opportunities. However, beneath this glittering illusion lies a harsh reality. The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against you, and the habit of purchasing lottery tickets can quietly erode your finances rather than lead to prosperity. For older adults, the temptation to play the lottery can be particularly potent after years of diligent work and careful saving. Winning big may seem like a final ticket to financial freedom or a way to secure a legacy for loved ones. Yet, the cumulative expense of lottery tickets over time is significant. What may seem like a modest expense each week can, over the course of months and years, add up to a considerable sum, money that might have been invested in far more meaningful ways. Moreover, there is an emotional toll associated with regularly buying lottery tickets. Each ticket comes with a spark of hope and a fleeting moment of excitement, only to be followed by the inevitable disappointment of loss. This cycle can gradually erode hope and lead to frustration, particularly for those who are already managing the complexities of aging and fixed finances. True wealth is built not on the basis of chance, but through intentional, thoughtful actions. Instead of spending money on lottery tickets, consider redirecting that energy toward building a secure future. small, consistent savings, or investments in experiences and relationships that provide lasting fulfillment often offer a far greater return than any chance at a jackpot. In choosing to invest in what truly enriches your life, you pave the way for a legacy defined by wisdom and joy, rather than by the fleeting dream of a lucky break. 6. Excessive food delivery services. In today's fast-paced world, food delivery services are marketed as the epitome of convenience, promising a hot, delicious meal delivered right to your door with minimal effort. For many, especially those facing physical limitations or moments of fatigue, the prospect of bypassing the need to cook is highly appealing. However, for older adults, relying too heavily on these services can quietly undermine your financial stability and, in some cases, diminish the simple joys that come from preparing and sharing a meal. The true cost of food delivery is often obscured by additional charges such as service fees, delivery fees, and tips, which can easily double the price of a modest meal by the time it arrives. Over weeks and months, these extra expenses accumulate, diverting funds that might otherwise be used for more meaningful purposes, be it healthcare, a cherished hobby, or quality time spent with loved ones. Beyond the financial implications, there is a subtler loss involved when you rely excessively on food delivery: the loss of connection with the act of cooking. Preparing a meal, even a simple one, can be a deeply rewarding experience. The process of cooking engages all the senses, fosters creativity, and provides a tangible sense of accomplishment. It can be a meditative activity that grounds you in the present moment and connects you with the nourishing power of food. Additionally, venturing out to a grocery store or visiting a local farmer's market offers opportunities for social interaction and community engagement, experiences that enrich your daily life far more than an impersonal delivery ever could. While there may be times when food delivery is necessary or particularly convenient, consider reducing your reliance on it by planning your meals ahead of time, cooking in bulk, and even exploring community programs that offer balanced, affordable meals for seniors. These alternatives not only save money, but also reconnect you with the simple, joyful aspects of preparing and enjoying food. 7. Used exercise equipment. Maintaining good health is one of the most important gifts you can give yourself as you age. However, many older adults fall into the trap of purchasing expensive exercise equipment, such as ellipticals, treadmills, or high-tech fitness gadgets, that ultimately end up gathering dust in the corner of a room. Despite the best of intentions, these purchases often become a costly reminder of unfulfilled goals rather than a practical tool for improving health. The issue is not the equipment itself, but the mindset behind its acquisition. True health and fitness are not achieved by spending large sums on machines. They are cultivated through consistency, discipline, and the adoption of small, sustainable habits. A $2,000 treadmill that sits unused does nothing to improve your well-being, whereas a simple daily walk in the fresh air, a completely free activity, can have profound benefits for both your body and your mind. Moreover, the financial outlay for used exercise equipment represents more than just wasted money. It reflects a deeper misallocation of priorities. Instead of investing in costly devices, consider low-cost or no-cost methods of staying active, such as bodyweight exercises, gentle yoga, or simply taking more affordable. These activities often offer greater flexibility and can be adapted to suit your changing needs over time. There is also an invaluable social component to physical activity. Joining a local walking group or attending a senior fitness class not only promotes health, but also offers the opportunity for social connection and mutual support. In making this choice, you not only save money, but also create a lifestyle that prioritizes consistent, enjoyable movement over the fleeting allure of expensive machinery. 8. Expensive self-improvement courses. As we mature, the desire for personal growth and self-discovery tends to intensify. Many of us reach a point in life when we want to reflect on who we are, what we have accomplished, and how we can continue to evolve. Unfortunately, the self-improvement industry often exploits this desire, offering expensive courses, seminars, and coaching programs that promise dramatic transformations yet frequently fail to deliver long-lasting value. These programs typically come with exorbitant price tags, sometimes amounting to thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, and employ emotionally charged marketing techniques to convince you that their methods are essential for unlocking your true potential. They portray their services as the ultimate solution to achieving success, fulfillment, or even happiness. However, when you pause to reflect, you realize that much of what they promise is already within you, accumulated over years of experience, challenges, and personal victories. By the time you reach this stage of life, you have garnered a reservoir of wisdom, resilience, and insight that no expensive course can provide. Instead of paying for external validation, consider seeking growth opportunities that are authentic, personal, and within your means. Public libraries, online platforms, and community centers offer a wealth of free or low-cost resources, ranging from books and podcasts to local workshops and discussion groups that can provide meaningful personal development without straining your finances. Moreover, true growth often comes not from what you consume, but from what you contribute. Sharing your experiences, mentoring others, or volunteering in your community can be far more enriching than any paid seminar. In making this choice, you not only protect your financial well-being, but also honor the deep well of wisdom that you have spent a lifetime cultivating. Remember that real growth is not about chasing external credentials or expensive programs. It is about embracing who you are and investing in experiences that truly enrich your life. 9. Buying a brand new car. There is an undeniable allure to the idea of a brand new car. The pristine exterior, the irresistible new car smell, and the notion of starting fresh with a reliable vehicle. However, for many older adults, purchasing a brand new car is an unnecessary and ultimately wasteful expenditure. The reality is that a new car begins losing its value the moment it leaves the dealership. In fact, it can depreciate by as much as 30% within the first year alone, and by the fourth or fifth year, its value may have been reduced by half or more. For those in retirement or on a fixed income, every dollar spent on a new vehicle is money that could be better allocated toward more meaningful pursuits, whether that means enhancing healthcare, enjoying family outings, or investing in travel experiences that enrich your golden years. For retirees who do not drive extensively, the financial justification for buying a brand new car is even more tenuous. Modern automobiles are engineered to last, and a gently used car that is only a few years old can offer nearly the same level of reliability, safety features, and comfort at a fraction of the cost of a new one. By choosing a well-maintained pre-owned vehicle, you avoid the steep depreciation hit while still enjoying a dependable mode of transportation. Additionally, owning a new car often incurs hidden costs such as higher insurance premiums, increased registration fees, and elevated taxes, all of which can quietly erode your savings over time. Opting for a used car can help reduce these ongoing expenses, allowing you to divert those savings toward other areas that contribute more directly to your quality of life. This decision is not about denying yourself a reliable car. It is about making thoughtful, measured choices that align with your financial goals and current lifestyle. In your later years where wisdom guides your decisions, it is important to recognize that the true value of money lies not in material indulgences, but in the peace of mind that comes from financial security. By choosing practicality over extravagance, you invest in a future where every dollar works to support your health, relationships, and overall happiness. 10. Practical tips for financial freedom in old age. Achieving financial freedom in old age is a goal that requires careful attention to how you manage your money on a daily basis. First, track your spending meticulously. Maintaining a detailed record of every expense is the essential first step toward making wiser financial decisions. Second, adopt a budget that is both simple and realistic. By prioritizing needs over fleeting wants and ensuring that your expenditures align with your long-term goals, you create a roadmap for financial stability. Third, consider the 30-day rule for non-essential purchases. Delaying a purchase for 30 days often reveals whether the item is truly necessary or merely an impulsive desire. Fourth, audit all your subscriptions periodically. Small recurring charges for streaming services, magazines, or even gym memberships may seem insignificant on their own, but together they can drain your resources significantly over time. Fifth, Embrace the philosophy of simplicity by seeking joy in life's small pleasures rather than in material possessions. Experiences such as taking leisurely walks, attending community events, or spending quality time with loved ones can provide far greater satisfaction than the latest gadget. Sixth, leverage senior discounts whenever possible. Many organizations and businesses offer reduced prices for seniors, and these savings can accumulate substantially over time. Finally, consider downsizing thoughtfully if your living space feels larger and more expensive than you require. Moving to a smaller, more manageable home can free up resources and reduce ongoing expenses, all while aligning your environment more closely with your current lifestyle. By embracing these practical tips, you not only achieve a greater sense of financial freedom, but also ensure that your money is spent in ways that truly enrich your life, rather than being squandered on items that offer little lasting value. Each of these 9, or perhaps 10 points, represents a careful examination of how we choose to spend our money as we grow older. They remind us that our financial decisions should be guided by the values we have come to cherish through years of experience. In old age, it is not about the accumulation of material goods or the pursuit of fleeting trends. It is about investing in what truly matters, whether that is in the form of meaningful experiences, nurturing relationships, or simply ensuring that our basic needs are met with dignity and comfort. Every dollar saved or wisely spent is an affirmation of our commitment to living a life that is enriched by quality rather than quantity, a life that values peace of mind over the pursuit of extravagance. The wisdom that comes with age empowers us to look beyond superficial desires and to focus on creating a secure and by avoiding expenditures that offer little in the way of lasting benefit, such as expensive brand-name clothing, the relentless pursuit of the latest technology, the burden of credit card interest, the hidden drain of subscriptions, the fleeting hope of lottery tickets, the overuse of food delivery services, costly exercise equipment that goes unused, overpriced self-improvement courses, and the depreciating value of a brand new car. We make a conscious choice to honor our resources. Instead, we invest in our well-being, our relationships, and our future. This is the financial wisdom that carries us through our later years, ensuring that every choice we make contributes to a legacy of simplicity, authenticity, and peace. I'm 65, and I have made a decision that might seem controversial to some. I have chosen to keep my distance from certain neighbors and even some relatives. Hello, friends. Today, I wish to share with you a very personal and perhaps polarizing choice that I have embraced at this stage of my life. I have deliberately decided to avoid deep engagement with some of my neighbors and relatives. And while this may sound unkind or harsh to those who value constant connection, I have come to understand that not every relationship or connection is worth the emotional energy it demands. Please allow me to explain the reasons behind this decision, as well as the wisdom I have gained over the years. If you find value in this video, I kindly ask that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, turning on notifications so that you never miss an update. 1. Time becomes more precious at 65. At this point in my life, time feels like a treasure that I hold more tightly than ever before, for its value has increased immeasurably with each passing year. There is a remarkable clarity that accompanies age, a blend of urgency and calm acceptance that teaches you the true worth of every moment. I have come to realize that the hours I once gave away so liberally to obligations that drained me, to conversations that held little meaning, to people who did not truly appreciate my presence, are no longer negotiable. In these later years, time is no longer merely a resource. It has become the very essence of my existence, and the way in which I choose to spend it determines the level of peace and fulfillment I experience every day. I often look back and wonder how much time I allowed to slip away during my younger years, consumed by a sense of duty or burdened by guilt. I recall the endless favors I performed for neighbors who rarely reciprocated, the family gatherings that were more about obligation than genuine joy, and the casual acquaintances with whom I exchanged words that filled the silence but never truly connected with my heart. In those moments, I failed to see the true cost I was paying. But now, at 65, the lessons are unmistakably clear, and they have fundamentally altered the way I approach every interaction. Time has taught me that not all relationships are of equal value. Some infuse our lives with meaning and warmth, while others only drain our energy. I have learned that saying no is not an act of selfishness. It is a necessary practice of self-preservation. Declining an invitation to an event that I know will leave me emotionally exhausted, or choosing to step away from a conversation filled with negativity, is not an act of exclusion, but a deliberate act of honoring myself. I now understand that protecting the limited time I have is essential to living a life that is rich with purpose, and that every moment I can serve is an investment in my own well-being. 2. Boundaries are essential. Over the years, I have come to appreciate that boundaries are not merely suggestions or guidelines. They are lifelines that protect our inner peace and define the quality of our relationships. At 65, I no longer feel compelled to justify or explain the boundaries I have established. They exist because I have earned the right to live my life according to my own terms, shaped by decades of experience, heartbreak, and hard-won wisdom. In my youth, I mistakenly believed that being available to everyone was the epitome of kindness. I thought that offering my time, energy, and emotional space to anyone who requested it was both noble and expected. However, that constant availability came at a significant cost. I did not realize then that every time I said yes to an obligation that left me feeling drained, I was in fact saying no to my own needs. Over time, this imbalance left me feeling exhausted, disconnected from my own desires, and ultimately longing for a greater sense of control over my life. It was then that I discovered the transformative power of setting clear boundaries. These boundaries did not materialize overnight. They were the result of years of introspection, missteps, and the courage to assert my own worth. In the beginning, setting boundaries felt almost selfish, as if I were turning away those in need. A relative demanding too much help or a neighbor expecting endless conversation. However, I soon realized that saying no was not a rejection of others, but rather a profound act of self-respect. I was not closing doors, I was intentionally opening space for the experiences and people who genuinely mattered to me. I have learned that boundaries are not about isolating oneself. They are about carefully selecting the connections that nurture the soul. They allow you to define what is acceptable in your life and what is not out of anger, but out of a deep love and respect for yourself. For instance, I now find it acceptable to politely step back from individuals who seem to thrive on spreading gossip or negativity, to limit my time with relatives whose presence brings more drama than joy, and to choose only to engage with neighbors who respect the sanctity of my personal space. These choices have not always been simple or free of conflict. Some people have misunderstood my actions or even resented my newfound insistence on personal space. Yet at 65, I no longer feel responsible for managing the emotions of others. My responsibility lies solely with me to ensure that my days are imbued with peace, joy, and fulfillment rather than stress and conflict. I no longer experience guilt when I protect my time and energy. Instead, I feel empowered by the clarity that comes from setting and maintaining boundaries. I have also learned the art of communicating my needs clearly. I can now say no without apologizing, express my boundaries without hesitation, and gracefully withdraw from situations that no longer serve my well-being. Although I wish I had embraced these lessons sooner, I find solace in the fact that it is never too late to learn how to honor oneself. Every boundary I enforce reinforces the belief that I deserve respect from both others and myself. The beauty of having well-defined boundaries is the freedom it provides. I now have ample room in my life for the things that matter most, whether that means spending quiet afternoons immersed in a book, enjoying meaningful interactions with loved ones, or simply sitting in the garden, savoring the silence. My days are no longer dictated by external demands but by my own choices, which are rooted in purpose and joy. At this stage, I have come to realize that every moment is precious, and the boundaries I have set ensure that I invest those moments wisely. These boundaries are not walls built to keep others out. They are selective gates through which only those who enrich my life may enter. With each decision to uphold these boundaries, I am reminded that I am worthy of peace, happiness, and genuine fulfillment. I have learned that boundaries are essential because they empower us to shape our own destinies, to choose what aligns with our values, and to have the courage to let go of that which does not serve us. At 65, I now view boundaries not as limitations, but as one of the most valuable gifts I can give myself. A gift of peace, clarity, and the freedom to live authentically. 3. The truth about neighbors. At the age of 65, I have come to understand that living in close proximity to someone does not necessarily